Hi, so a couple of you have been asking for a video on my craft space and how I organize it, and I've been kind of putting it off because it's been a real mess because I've been working here a lot lately. With the holidays coming up, I've had a lot of orders. So I finally have reorganized it because I am starting my new crafting stamping up business, and I needed to have space to put all the new stuff that I'm getting. So I'm going to give you the tour, and I will start on with just backing all the way up because it's really big, my craft space, and yeah. So that's my work box. There's a desk and more storage underneath, but I'll start on the left side and give you the tour. Okay, so on this door, I have all my doodads. I don't know, buttons, brads, pins, all kinds of crazy stuff. Very colorful. And then down here, there are some hooks, and I have my favorite scissors and my favorite Cricut tools that I use all the time. Down here, we have a row of washi tape. I tend to keep my glitters separated because I use those the most. Then I have my glossy accents and my matte accents and my crystals and all that kind of stuff down there. Some paint daubers, and these are some Stampin' Up! Re-inkers. I'm going to have a lot more of those soon. Down there, another roll of washi tape because there's just so much of it. And then when we come back up here, on the top, I have files. This is a box of all my wood stamps. These are some binders that I use on a regular basis. My printer. And then here I have my 8.5 by 11 paper on 2 shelves. And down here are all my drawers of washi tape, and like I have more washi tape than one person should. Over here is some extra red cardstock, because I tend to use that a lot, and some 8.5 by 11 chipboard. I got all these containers in the Container Store. They're really strong, and I've dropped them multiple times, and they don't break, which is why I love them. Down here in this drawer, I have all like my holiday kind of paper, like Christmas paper, Halloween, all that kind of stuff, 12 by 12 paper, and I keep it all in one thing there. Down here, I have ribbon. Now I'm stuck. 1 second, what happened? Well, I will fix that later. There's another bin down here of punches. I keep a lot of punches in here, the heavier ones. This again is another thing of punches that I have. Those are my Happy Planner punches. Down here are my bills. Down here is some extra chipboard and some extra shelving for the unit itself. More binders, more paper. In here I keep my handy supply of protein bars. Over here I have some idea books. In this cubby is all my card making magazines. And up here I keep my Scentsy bars because I'm always, burning my Scentsy. Over here I keep some necklaces that I wear a lot and my headphones so I know where they are, and my charging cord. This is where I'm going to be, I'm in the middle, this is where I'm going to be storing my new stamp pads. I sold the old set because it was like 5 years old, so I'm waiting to get the new set, which is coming on October 1st, and I'm very excited. But behind that, I have another idea book here. I've got some extra brads and little doodads there, some miscellaneous magazines, an empty book box, and this is all my essential oils. So that's that shelf. Down here, again, will be, the Stampin' Up! New stamp pads once they arrive. That's just a bucket where I put like my extra scraps of ribbons. Once I, have a little piece left, I put them in there and I save them because I tend to save everything. Over here, I keep my small paper trimmer, and these over here are my books for my board cutters, various board cutters that I have. And getting things back where they came from is really difficult one-handed. Okay, over here is some labels and some things that I'm currently working on and have to keep track of, so I keep that there. I keep the jewelry I take off every day and I put it there. That's my computer. Up here is my planner. In this drawer I have my Stampin' blocks. And this drawer is like miscellaneous little, you know, I have extra things I cut when I use my punches, and I kind of keep them in there, so it's just like a little grab bag of things, you know. Over here I have 8.5 by 11 patterned paper. It's like school and holidays. I keep that all up here because that's all I have. In this drawer I have like all my white pens, my white gel pens, my glitter pens, my paint pens, that kind of thing. In here I keep all my old credit cards and gift cards because I use these to scrape my Cricut mats, and all my Cricut pens and all my little Cricut tools. They're all in that drawer. Up here is two punches that I really don't have anywhere else to put. And here I keep my doilies. I love doilies. And here I have my wood pieces. I always keep a lot of different kinds of wood pieces because I like to paint them and then, you know, glitter them, whatever. Up here I just have some cards that I started making for Christmas. So hey, one of you may get one of these. So that's some cards. Underneath, that's my computer. Underneath I have my Cricut Explore Air 2, and it's covered with pictures of my beautiful grandma who's no longer with us. Then, of course, my Starbucks. Over here I have a little container. It has my cutting tools, my cutters for my boards, my various boards, my extra, you know, cutting blades for one of my Fiskars cutters. And here I keep my keys and my little wallet thing that I grabbed real quick because, you know, I lose it all the time. And I have paper piercers in here and some, you know, little, whatever you call these things, you know. Down in this drawer is more tools, another scraper, sanders, more Cricut tools, my bone folder. I keep all that in there. Then over here, this is actually all of the paperwork that my uncle sent me from Florida. This is my grandmother's soon-to-be book that I'm retyping for the sole purpose of creating a book for her, as she always wanted to do when she was alive. So I keep all that stuff there in its own special place. Over here, this, let's pull this out. This bin has all my envelopes for my card making. This one is adhesive, glue sticks, glue gun, E6000, masking tape, and all kinds of different tapes and adhesives. This is my giant bucket of batteries because we seem to always need batteries. In here I keep my old Stampin' Right markers and my old Stampin' Spots. I don't want to give those up. I mean, I didn't sell those. I just sold the bigger stamp pads because I'm going to get the, you know, the new set. Over here I have more envelopes for card making. In this drawer we have glue sticks and a ridiculous amount of pens. Up here I've got, what is this? Band-aids and gauze pads and extra ink and a lighter and some matches for my candles and whatnot. In here I've got some extra tape, all the little things that I just really, these are the clips that hold the shelves in, and extra like SD cards and all that kind of stuff. I've got my binder ring. Oops, sorry. Got my binder rings, and I got this ridiculous bag of brads that nobody's used in about 10 years. So if you want that, let me know. That's in there. In this drawer, I've got all my sewing stuff, my threads and tons of different size needles, and this football thing I need to put on my son's football jersey, which I didn't do last year. In here I have Sharpies and Copic markers and Spectrum Noir markers. That's all in there. Then this one is my, I have these, what do you call them? Velcro dots, because I use a lot of those with Macs and there's pictures and whatnot. And these are my distress inks. Love my distress inks. I use those all the time. Then in here I've got all my stuff for my tear bear making. I make these little tear bears. I have my templates, and I have mulberry paper, all the little pieces that I use to do it, and you know, I keep all that in one place because it's everything's easier when it's just in one place. Down here I've got all of my planner sticker books and some extra planner folders and all my templates for you know, the planners. In here I've got, let's see, more ribbon, because I have so much ribbon, and some twine and, you know, thread and things that I use to sew with. Okay, going down. Down here I have a thing full of little tools and screwdrivers, and there's even more pens back there. I'm not going to pull it out because it's really heavy. Down here's my makeup bag. And over here I have some cookbooks, and that's my Weight Watcher, you know, things. In this bin is some layouts I have for sale. I keep my postage scale down there, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. Some envelopes on that side. Yeah, that's more Scentsy blocks. Over here I have some even more washi tape. These are all my paints. This is a picture that my daughter had drawn for my grandmother, and gosh, she must have been 7 or 8 years old, and it sat in the hallway of my grandmother's house forever. When she died, I took it home, and I just kind of keep it because it reminds me of her. Here's some small punches, some more paint that didn't fit down there, more punches. Up there I have my TV because I like to watch CNN, my 3-hole punch, a Scentsy burner, and he's out all year long even though he's a snowman. I love him. A statue, dogs welcome, humans tolerated, some flowers. Over here I have another die cutting machine. That's my Pazzles. Underneath this thing, let me just get down a little closer to that. Down here I have some 8x8 paper pads. All of those in there are 6x6 paper pads. This is filled with glue. I've got some pencils in a cup, all my pen glues, my favorite pair of scissors right there. Candle, and those are all like my cutting boards and my cutters. Underneath, I don't have much. A couple of extra things of you know, doodad holders, some greeting cards in the middle. That's all the extra canvas totes for this piece of furniture. This is my garbage can. In the middle there is, you know, when I was a little girl, me and my father collected stamps, and when he died I got the books, and I can't part with them, so I keep them close by. There's some more pens over there, big bag of letter stickers, and these are all pictures in those boxes that I haven't yet scrapbooked. Over here I have 4 bins, and each bin is organized by color. Obviously there's 2 colors in here. I have yellow and it's purple, and what I do is I tend to put my patterned paper and then my cardstock next to it, so they're both right there and I can grab them, and it's pretty much the same throughout the bins, and there's 4 bins which represent all the colors. And that's it in a nutshell. That is my space, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.